night the child was born, many gifts were given. Gifts of the rich given easily, and gifts of the poor given from hunger and sorrow. For the child was a goodly child. But of all the gifts brought to them, none was stranger than the sapling tree, its branches cut back hard, and its roots bound in tow cloth, given without name or sign. Where it had come from, the mother did not ask, accepting it with love as she accepted the child of her body. Gloria, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. When they had come into their own country, she set the tree in home earth, seed as it was of mystery, as was the child she had borne. And the tree grew leaf to branch upon branch in its season, and when all the other birth gifts were gone, the sapling tree remained, growing as the child grew, strong with the strength of the child, and fair as he was fair. And seeing her son tending the sapling tree, and seeing the spreading branches of the tree shading him at his play, she was content. Gloria, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. When her son had come of age and was gone from her, and the leaves with the years fell and greened and fell again about her, she had little word of him, but she knew there was portion and pattern in the passing of his days, as strange and as perfect as the touch under her hand of leaf or bark or root. And she waited in the way of mothers. Gloria, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. When her son was grown and a man, she saw the ending of his days passing over her like last leaves waiting for a wind to bring them down. She stood long days and longer nights with her hands upon the trunk of the tree that had come so strangely as a birth gift to her son. When at last she understood the gift, she leaned her head against the crying wood of the tree, and she wept. Gloria, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. They came, men cutting timber, and she watched from the doorway as they chose that tree and cut it down and sledged it away, and soon she went away too, following. And she saw them peg the white wood into cruciform. She alone heard the crying of the tree for the purpose it was given. And she laid her hand on the trunk of the tree, where the clean sap ran like tears down over the grain of the wood and over her hand, and there was ease in her touch. forgiveness. Gloria, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. When the long days of her sorrows were over, and she was an old woman full of dreams, she could see from the doorway the stump of the tree, and somehow the sight was a comfort to her. And she can see in the sunlight and shadows amongst the leaves that had grown up from the stump, half hidden in silver and green, the form of the child she had borne. And she could hear with the hush and rustle of the new leaves the laughter of a boy child at play. And dreaming in the dooryard, she saw a young boy tending a sapling tree, pruning it and watering it and teaching it to grow, fair as he was fair and strong as he was strong. The two of them together, bound from the beginning, each one to its own purpose. And in her remembering, she smiled and lay easy. Gloria, Gloria, in excelsis Deo.